Do it that way. Hello, hello, hello. Right, hopefully you can hear me. I'm just kind of moving my furniture around. It's Thomas here from Fast Track FBA, and today we are answering your questions about Amazon, selling on Amazon. I'm just going to quickly check that I'm actually live on my phone. So give me 2 seconds. And also I can check that it's going live. But if you guys are joining me, obviously any questions, do drop me down below. This is like an hour that I put forward to help you guys out. If you don't know, last month actually we did just shy of £300,000 in Amazon revenue. So really happy with that. And that's in 1 month. And also, so I just accepted our £250,000 loan. So we're going to get that spent as well. So I'm going to check this. Are we live? Yeah, I can see myself. Well, hey. Also, so if you guys have got questions, please drop them below. I'm going to do one last check, which is just for my, just to make sure we're live in the group. Obviously, we've got everyone in. So if you've got questions, do ask me today. This is that Q&A. Q4, VAs, anything else that is going on, it's really just to support you. So do ask your questions. I know we've got some come in already, and I will jump straight onto them in a second. Let me just check one thing. So coming back through, yeah, I can see I am live there as well. So that is me, and if we kind of give you an update on how's my Amazon business going, which is always good to check. We're good. We're slowly growing. It's like 1.782 million. Happy. So yeah, very good. Very good. I'm happy with that. The team are on fire. I think last week we had our best revenue ever, 88,000 in 1 week. So super happy with that. So let's kind of jump into a couple of questions. If you are here, drop me like a hi. Let me know where you're calling from, and obviously if you've got any questions, let me know. But if I kind of start off, Gaines, I think that is right. I can try and get that right. Hey, bro, great to see you. Let me know where you're calling from. You've got a question here. Tell me about how to get payments from Amazon quickly without waiting up to 2 weeks. Well, the great question, and obviously it is the disbursement Amazon hold it. So long story short is you can't get them faster from Amazon directly. That doesn't work. Like Amazon won't let you do it. If you've got an old account, which is quite old, you can. But I think the real question is for you is if you are looking to get them earlier, you've got to do what's known as I think they're called factoring companies. So basically what they do is they look at the Amazon disbursement and then they will pay it out now, but they'll take a percentage of the money as an interest fee for that early repayment. So effectively what you're doing is you're taking a loan out against what your Amazon payment is. So just think about that. So you can't do it with Amazon, long story short, but you can use factoring companies. Payability is one of them. Just type in payability into Google, you'll find lots of other alternatives. And just ask other alternatives to payability. There's quite a few of them. Just be really mindful of the rates and really understand the way they work, but you can do it. So unfortunately, Amazon doesn't allow you to get it out any earlier. You're technically taking a loan out using a third company party. But yeah, hope that answers the questions. Let me know in the comments down below. Guys, if you're here, and girls, let me know. Drop a comment down below. Veronica says hello. Hey Veronica, good to see you. Loving the background image. I think it's something from the Bible. Melody, good evening from the Philippines. 3 love hearts. Hey Melody, great from the Philippines. How is the weather out there? Mexico is quite nice right now. Harminda said hi Tom. Hi Harminda, good to see you. Any questions I can help you with, let me know. Olivia says, hi, Tom, here for the golden nuggets as always. Thank you very much. And I hope I can share some golden nuggets. Ask me some questions. Then obviously I can kind of share, tell me what you're struggling with at the moment, what's on your mind, maybe what you're seeing, something going on. Then obviously I can help with that. So do ask questions down below. Walid, I think that's right. Please excuse me for getting it wrong. Hi, I just want to know what you think about selling perfumes on FBA. So I think it goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. Just make sure you're selling legit perfumes. Perfumes are really easy to fake. So you need to have very robust sources. What do I mean by that? Where your suppliers fully legit, no question about authenticity. It's probably one of the soonest things you get shut down. Also, so just be super careful on brands. I probably think perfume brands are pretty hot on IP. They're very careful because of how easy they are to fake, should we say. So be very mindful of that. And then I think the only other one is because perfumes generally fall under what's known as hazmat. So you probably need to be part of obviously you need to be eligible for the hazmat scheme or eligible for the hazmat scheme or do it merchant fulfilled. So fine, if you can do it, cool, make money. Just probably be very mindful of the brand. You want to see multiple sellers on it, and just your supply chain has got to be literally tip top. Otherwise, you could have some serious problems coming your way. So I hope that makes sense. But yeah, no issue. If it's making you money, my God, it's half the stuff I don't know what I sell. I think 99% of it I don't know what I sell. But yeah, if it works, fantastic. And if you can find a good niche, cool. Let me know in the comments down below if that's been helpful, or if there's anything specific you want me to answer. So I think I said that right. Please excuse me. My business address is in Delaware, but my prep center is in Georgia. I pay sales tax every time. How can I find a solution? Get a different prep center. I assume you're buying OA. So interesting enough, what I didn't realize it, but you can have your business in another state if that makes sense. Then obviously you'd have to pay sales tax on everything. So like we have a business, we have same as you. We have a business in Delaware, but we have a prep center in New Hampshire. We use like American Warehouse, they're called. Just type in American Warehouse New Hampshire into Google and you'll find them. Just say Tom from Fast Track FBA. It'd be nice to say they might buy me a pint when I go see them. But we do that, and there's zero tax. And like I really understand. I think it's like Florida's like 7%. It's like 7% extra in cost. Like not going to be helpful. The way it has to work is your supplier has to see your sales certificate, and then they won't charge you sales tax because you're a reseller. But your problem is you're buying from online arbitrage stores, so they don't accept that they're selling to resellers, so they're not set up to do the zero sales tax. So that's your problem. So long story short, if you want to get around it, choose a prep center in a different state. Delaware, New Hampshire, most of them, like the New Hampshire one we've got, most of them are what's the one up north? It's like kind of up north, like not high Wyoming. There's another one. I've forgotten what it is. 0% sales tax. I know Wyoming, I don't think it's zero, but yeah, do have a look. I've forgotten what it's called. It's kind of like one of the northern states, but that's where everyone is. The one thing which I really looked at, and I will just share this with you, is two things. When I did the address prep centers, number one, I wanted good communication, and number two, I actually wanted to have a physical warehouse. I didn't want someone who had a house. Why? If I just put it in perspective, in the UK over the last 3 years, we've grown from like, they call it 5,000 a month to like, I think we hit like 20,000 a month, and then last year we ended on like 50,000 a month, and now this year we've gone from 50 to 300,000 a month. My problem comes is someone's house couldn't scale to £300,000 worth of sales per month. I don't think they could handle it. So I'd be wanting a legitimate warehouse. The other one as well is I really want to do wholesale. Like I want to get into that, and obviously you're going to be getting pallets, and people's houses might not be able to deal with that. So just be mindful about scaling. It isn't about today and the good deal. It's about where you want to be in the next like 6 months, 1 year, and can the prep center you're going to choose, whether in another state, is going to be able to handle that. So I hope that makes sense. Let me know down in the comments below, but you've got to change your prep center, really. That's it. Gace just said, thanks, bro. I get it. Fantastic. Cool. Guys, if you've got questions, let me know. I will kind of go through them all, I promise you. And thank you for joining, by the way. Thank you. Honestly, I'm really happy to help, and thank you for joining. So I'm Victor. I'm from Maryland, USA. How long does Amazon FBA hold books before they donate them? Oh, my God, I really don't know. There's a guy called Seth Baker. Search Seth Baker onto, there's a lot of things. I don't do book selling. I do online arbitrage. And I'm guessing it's the same as everything else. Like you incur long-term storage fees. Like they're not. I don't know what by donate is that. Are you thinking of hopefully getting them, i.e. from Amazon, or is the fact that you're worried about your stock in Amazon, they're going to donate it to someone else? Because it's your stock, you shouldn't have a problem, because you'll just get hit with long-term storage fees, which I know is a big issue now with the restock limits for people selling books. So I don't really know the answer to that. Give me a bit more detail, but the guy called Seth Baker, I know I can really ask the question, or ask in the Fast Track FBA group. I'll tag him in it, and he can answer the question. But I'm not too sure what you mean by donate them and like why. Are you trying to get them or not? But let me know. Veronica comes in. I have selected some products to sell on Amazon, but I'm afraid of IP complaints. So if FBA Multi-Tool says eligible to sell and Amazon Central says sell this product, that doesn't mean anything to do with IP complaints. Let's just be really crystal clear. So if FBA Multi-Tool says eligible to sell and Amazon Seller Central says sell this product, basically means the same thing. You are eligible to sell the product. Now, there are a lot of products you can sell, and like you can physically sell them, that's fine, but you'll still get an IP complaint. So Amazon isn't very helpful. So long story short, what do I recommend? Well, a couple of things. Fast Track FBA brand checker, we do them for both the UK and US. Like really look at that. You can literally just scroll, you can have a look at all the brands, so check that off. SAS is another tool we use. They link into our FBA brand checker, which is quite cool. What's the other one? And then the other one is really look at history. So look at the keeper chart, go back over the new seller count over time. You're looking to make sure that there are multiple sellers on that listing. No sharp drops, no like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 0, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. You know, if you see that, that's like a warning sign. So I'd really be mindful of that. Now, the other one is just like kind of try and look for, you know, whenever you found a brand that you're like, oh, I'm not sure about this brand, try and find other ASINs of that brand and make sure they've got other sellers on. Sometimes you might find when the one ASIN where not really many people are selling on, but they'll sell on others. It's absolutely fine. But you just want to be very careful of the brand itself. So if FBA Multi-Tool says you can sell it, it doesn't mean, yes, it means you can sell it, but it doesn't mean you won't get an IP complaint. So do what I just said about IP complaints. Hope that makes sense. Drop me a comment down below if it does. Harminder says, I can't stay here long. I've got school run to do. Any update on when you're providing admin list? No, I'm really sorry. We're probably going to be looking Q1. Like we wanted to be getting them launched now. It's been pushed back, and it's a real challenge. Like it really is. Like I don't think you understand. Like what we're really trying to do is copy my model. We're not really trying to make it so that we can do everyone else's. But our admin VA service we're looking to do is like we do the bookkeeping, we build the accounts, we do the P&L, we do the balance sheet, we do forecasting for you. You know, the team know what they're doing, and they also do cash flow for you as well. It's a lot to try and teach. And then not only that, it's like how we teach it and the way we do it. We've got to have really good quality videos. So like just getting the good quality videos is a challenge. So, you know, if you have to ask me, I think we're going to get all the filming done within the next like week or two. And then once that's done, then it should all be put together hopefully by the end of the month, maybe kind of mid-December. And it's not going to be right to hire mid-December. We're going to have to wait until January to like just do the testing. So and that's beta testing. So sorry. I hope you understand we want to make it right. So sorry. Please forgive me. Veronica's come back, but the P&L detector is in orange and says be cautious. Can I sell or not? Yeah, so just come back to the, you know, so you said before, if you're eligible to sell, means you can sell it. Doesn't mean you're not going to get an IP complaint. So don't look at eligible to sell as just like, can I physically sell it or do I need to get ungated? Nothing to do with IP complaints. If your P&L detector says orange, be cautious, do the research I just checked. Look for other sellers on the listing, look for a history of other Amazon sellers, load up the brand, look for other listings where there were more than one FBA seller on it. That's what you're really looking for, multiple sellers on it. Use the Fast Track FBA brand checker. You know, top tip is like, if it's like Lego, go to like, type in Lego Amazon IP warning and see what people come back with, or IP complaints. See if there are any like Google search reports. That should help you out. I hope that makes sense. Maria has said, hello. Hey, good to see you. Let me know if there's anything I can help out with. Let me know down below. Loving it. Have you ever done Amazon flips? Are Amazon receipts accepted proof of purchase when you ask something? Yes, we used to do about 20K a month. We used to buy from Germany and France, Italy and Spain and flip over to the UK. About £20,000 a month in revenue. We just couldn't scale it any higher, so we stopped. So long story, I don't think ever Amazon asked, but I mean, they must have done. We did it for a good at least 6 months. At one point, it's all we ever did. One thing which you need to be very, 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 very careful about is you cannot, and I say this very strongly, you cannot use Prime membership to buy products to resell. It's very clearly stated that you cannot be using your Prime membership, Prime delivery for purchase from Amazon for the purpose of resale. Now, majority of people were drop shipping from Amazon to eBay, for example, and using the Prime membership for next day delivery. But you know, that's against Amazon's terms of service, and I don't think eBay liked it either. So I think, don't quote me, I think we've had it a few times where they've asked, and I just said we didn't. I think possibly we may have had it, and they never had an issue. So they're accepted as proof of purchase as far as I'm aware, because obviously their own products are legit. But you've got to make sure you're buying from Amazon, and obviously we're on a third-party marketplace. It's very easy to buy from a third-party seller. You can't do that; it doesn't work. That's like super dangerous. So buying from Amazon, doing it. I don't think you should have a problem, but just be mindful. Yeah, I hope that answers your question. Let me know down below. Cozzy, hey, I love your vids. Thank you. Thank you. I don't know why I'm doing the cross. Not religious all of a sudden. What are some things you might need to have when contacting brands for reverse wholesale beyond just your seller account and money for their product? If you got to think about me, one top tip, and we're doing it in our business, is look at someone who's really good. Buyboxer. Go to buyboxer.com or just type in buyboxer. Buyboxer. And look at their website. Their website is their like Amazon specialists. They help Amazon with their product listings, etc., etc. They are basically a company who go to wholesalers, distributors, manufacturers, buy products, resell them on Amazon. What do? They improve listings. They're about driving spend, driving revenue. And I really like the concept. And I think it's a really easy concept. So number one, you've got to have a website. And obviously, when you have a website, you should have a email address. Whatever you do, do not use it at Gmail. Like I wouldn't even reply to email. Top tip for you, one thing I'd probably really recommend is obviously once you've got them is don't go in trying to open up a wholesaler. Just be like, hey, I want to open up a wholesale. Like, can we open up an account? Can we do business with you? Like, they get like 1,000 of them a day. Go in after one specific product. Identify a product that you want from Amazon. Go to look at the listing, find a product that's selling in the category that you like. There's no Amazon, there's maybe multiple sellers, and then find that product, and then go to Amazon or go to the web Google, find suppliers, and then basically contact that supplier and say, hey. And what I'd recommend doing is like, hi, we're looking to get a quotation on the following product, and list the product. Don't show the Amazon link, but then also as well, state how much you want to buy and the target buy price. Like, don't be really upfront about it. Like, hey, if you can give me this product for this price, I buy this many units, and we're looking to do it ongoing. Because if you think about it from their perspective, how many people email them every day? Hey, can we have a wholesale account, please? Can we have a wholesale account, please? They're like, another one. But you come in and you go, hey, I want this one product and I want it at that price. They can go, I think we sell that product? Quick look, oh, we're near that price. What's the volume? Yeah, I can probably do that. Or like, no, sorry, we can't, but we can do it at this price. Like, cool. Straight away, you've already identified a product you want to buy, and and then also a price. Now you're into negotiations. So then the top tip from there onwards is like, what you can do is now you're going to start opening up to buy that one product. You'd be like, hey, look, we're really interested in the product. What else do you sell? Do you have a list to share of the product? And oh, by the way, what discounts do you do off it? Obviously, you're going to probably know what discount you got on your current product. So you might kind of do a percentage discount again. I hope that makes sense. It's kind of a bit of a waffle, but definitely find like a product or a brand on Amazon already, then go and find that product at the wholesaler, and then it's about how you approach them. So obviously website and an email address, I think that's a bare minimum. And then it's about building relationships and use a Google form. I think people use like HubSpot for free to manage their CRM relationships with wholesalers. They can really, really help. But let me know in the comments down below if that is helpful. So we got here people saying there are deals around. Who do you manage to find leads? Okay, so I'm guessing you're trying to say this is something from Facebook. People are saying there are deals around. Yeah, agreed. How do you manage to find leads? We use VAs, virtual assistants, and they do everything the same as normal like you and me. They just go find deals. They do exist. Clearance sections, voucher code sourcing, etc., etc. Lots of opportunity. A UK business had our biggest revenue ever, 88,000 in 1 week last week. 88,000. That's incredible. Like #excited. So they do exist. The deals around there. Next one, Act of Art by Cherry. Great to see you. Hi, have you tried selling handmade products? Is it fast selling UK? I haven't. Really, I like simplicity, and I don't find handmade simplistic. I find it actually not simplistic. Is it fast selling? Look at the keeper chart. Look at the sales rank. You can kind of understand. Obviously, you're not going to see the sales rank of your product because you haven't launched it yet. But do look at comparable products similar and look at their sales rank. Definitely not COVID. So yeah, look at other comparable products and look at their sales velocity. And you can use something like Jungle Scout Free Estimator to get a good understanding. Or if you don't even have Keeper, look at what the sales rank is and then work out which ones are the top selling. So you can kind of get a feel like how fast or how many units per month is actually selling. So hopefully that will answer that question. So I haven't tried selling handmade products and I don't know how fast selling they are, but you can use the data to help you understand. Sales rank, go to find a handmade product similar to the one you like, get the sales rank, put it in Jungle Scout Free Sales Estimator, and it'll give you a rough idea of what they are. Hope that makes sense. Lilith. Hi, this week I will be creating my first sponsor campaign. I'm nervous since I have now no experience, I assume. I'm going to be selling in the clothing category. It's a very competitive category to start with. So, well, good luck. Honestly, good luck. I'm not really good on like sponsored campaigns. I'd really recommend just sharing a couple of like what you're doing in a couple of groups. One second. Oh my God, I'm just sneezing today. I really recommend sharing what you're doing. So you don't have to share the exact product, but you can share like how you're setting your campaign up, what kind of things you're doing, and ask for feedback. See what other people say. I'd also, when people give you feedback, find out the names of people and then go search them in the group and see like kind of how many likes they've got and how much feedback they've been, how much value they've added before. The reason why I say that is two things. Number one, just getting a second opinion on what you're doing is super important. But number two, be very careful where you're getting that second opinion from. If you've identified that, we say that person who's just told you to do something because like that's their first post in the group and they might sound like a guru, like they're probably not. You want someone who's got credibility, and by looking at history of that person posting the group, you're probably going to find I should listen to that person. That other person who said do this, I shouldn't listen to that because I've never seen them post before. So I hope that makes sense. But I'm not very good at sponsored campaigns. But good luck. Let us know how it goes. Jalal Khan. Hi, I love your videos. We're selling in the UK marketplace as FBA, but want to start in USA as well, but not sure how to handle VAT and LLC or LTD. Long story short, look, it's up to you. Speak to your accountant. You can literally, if you want to be, if you've got an LTD in the UK and an Amazon selling account, you can just super simply, global selling and do that. It depends what you're doing. Like if it's your product, that's the easiest way to do it. But if you're doing like online arbitrage or like wholesale, generally speaking, opening up another company into the US, having an LLC in the US is going to be more beneficial. Again, I'm not a tax advisor. Do speak to your accountant / tax advisor. This isn't professional advice. I'm not qualified. There is no VAT in the US. There is sales tax. You kind of add it on. It's quite simple. VAT is a nightmare. Not a nightmare. The VAT is a lot harder to understand than sales tax in the US. But the one thing which I would say is if you trade from a UK limited company into the US, you don't have to worry about that because your customer is in the US already. It doesn't B2B is a bit different, but B2C consumer in the US Amazon consumer doesn't matter. The UK government say you don't have to pay VAT on it. Again, check with your accountant. But I think if it was me and we've done it, we're selling in the UK FBA already. What did we do? We created a whole brand new LLC, and we are just doing that. A brand new LLC in the US, create a whole new Amazon selling account and doing that. But hey, let me know in the comments down below if that's answered your question. So, yeah. Right, Lisa said, how much would you start spending on sponsored ads when your product is a very competitive area? Oh my God, I don't know. Well, only you know that. Only you know that. Yeah, the real people who do this is like Helium 10. They do a lot of like analysis to help you understand how much you're going to spend. I couldn't tell you. I really couldn't. And if you're saying it's a very competitive category, hopefully it's going to be a lot. You're going to have to spend quite a bit. So sorry. Chandrika Duffy, I hope I got that right, sorry. Hi, I'm in the USA. What's the best way to source products effectively to maximize profits Q4? Excited to catch you live. My first time, fantastic. Well, thank you for joining. Cool. If you ask me, look, sounds like you're new. It sounds like you're just getting started. And the one big problem you've got is like gated products. There's a YouTube video that I've done. I'd really recommend it. It's like how to find profitable products for new starters. It's on YouTube. Fast Track FBA. I think we released it about a month ago. Check that out. That's going to really help you out. And I wouldn't worry too much about Q4. Look, yeah, everyone talks about the Q4 hype, but right now you're limited in a lot of categories, so that's going to be a big issue. The one thing which I will say is just like go source products you can find. But if you're thinking about Q4 and obviously what sales, two things. Number one, sales start increasing from about the middle of November. Like October, and in the middle of November they start going up and up and up and up until you get right before Christmas, like a few days before, and then they just drop off. Amazon doesn't stop, so do keep shipping in. But the other one as well is the fact that what is the cause of that kind of up? Well, it's Christmas products. You've got to find what are Christmas products. So whenever you're sourcing like products now in Q4, just think about anything which is a gift. If it's a gift, then I can, is likely to be purchased more. So like toys, games, beauty items, health and personal care, like, oh my God, so I'm so tired. things like Terry's chocolate orange, like things that you're going to have like on the Christmas table that you're going to buy more of, like those kind of things, like Twiglets, they're going to be like giftable items possibly. So just be mindful of those kind of things you probably want to buy more of, and obviously that's going to help you out in Q4. So get the stuff that's ungated, use a video, and then obviously maximize your purchase in Q4 of the products which are giftable. I hope that makes sense. Let me know down below. So commercialism. Oh, no, I've got no. Sorry, I'm really bad. So the question is can I send to FBA USA 3 different products inside an open bag? So yeah, you can, but you got to. It's called a bundle. It's really a bundle. So let's say, for example, I want to sell, I don't know, a pen and a phone and a wallet. Voila. Well, I can put them all together, and that can be called like Tom's Amazon starter kit for young professionals. Voila. And I just obviously put them in a bag, and then and then on that bag it will have a barcode, because that is now a new product. So that's 3 different products bundled together as a kit. That's absolutely fine. You can do that. You can't do it if it already exists, but if it doesn't exist, you can do it. If it exists, you've got an existing listing. Now, what happens if I list a product which has a patent in the USA, but I didn't know about it? Well, you're probably going to get hit with a patent infringement, and they'll ask you to delist it. So, long story short, is if it do your research, try and find it, speak to a patent specialist if you're worried. But otherwise, you list it and then see what happens. It might take you to court. But again, I'm not a patent expert. I don't really patent expert. Sorry, get it right on. I don't really do much of that. But I would say do your research, and then sometimes you can do your research, comes out no, and then someone says sorry, you're infringing on it. It's the very nature of what that is, patents. So I hope that makes sense. Drop me a yes down below if that's helpful. Veronica said, if my business is registered in Mexico but I sell in the USA, will I pay taxes in Mexico, USA? So you will pay taxes in the US in regards to sales tax, and Amazon will do that for you. In regards to like corporation tax and everything else, as far as I'm aware, you'll pay that in Mexico and Mexico only. Because you're, there's, was it NAFTA, the free trade agreement? And so the idea is basically like you're going to pay sales tax in those taxes in those states when you ship from Amazon's warehouses holding it to the US, which is fine. But you won't have, I don't think you're going to have any reporting into the US government in regards to anything else. Do check with an accountant though. I'm not an expert. I'm not an expert. I would just, there must be also, so a top tip for you is while I'm in Mexico right now, do type in Amazon Mexico sellers, see what they come up with. There must be some groups, and you can just ask a question there, they'll give you an answer. Hope that makes sense. Let me know in the comments down below if it's been helpful. Olivia has come back. Is your store name different to your LLC business name? If so, any issues when doing taxes? Also, if buying online stores as a customer instead of a business, any issue in doing it. So your store name can be whatever it like. Like my business name can be Fast Track FBA Limited, which it is in the UK. And my store name could be called Tom's Chocolate Oranges. And that's absolutely fine. Your store name is no legal entity. It has no legal thing. It could be whatever you want. You can change it, and a lot of people do. So it's just what you're selling. Because when they click on the store name, it will go through to the Amazon page and show you actually who they are. So you're not hiding. It's just what it says. And you can call it Tom's Tuesday Oranges and then Tom's Wednesday Oranges. You can always change every day. It doesn't matter. But for you, it doesn't really. Don't worry about that. And does it have any issues in doing taxes? No, because while your store name might change, you can still click through and actually see the real trading name. So you're not. There's no need to call. There's no need to quote Tom's Chocolate Oranges or Tom's Tuesday Oranges on the tax return, so there should be no issue there. Also, if buying from online stores as a customer instead of a business, any issue when doing taxes? No, still sales receipts. Top tip for you: just make sure I really recommend shipping to a zero VAT, zero tax prep state or zero tax state, because it's going to save you money. That's going to be quite simple. So we use New Hampshire, you can use a couple of other tax-free states. Hope that makes sense. Let me know down below. Olivia said, is it too late to stock up for Christmas here? Hell no. Get stocking up now. Oh my God, you can buy something now, sell it, and then buy it again and ship it back in for Christmas. You'd be fine. So keep going. Yeah, just buy. Right now is prime time to be buying. You want to be buying as much as possible, as much as possible. Jars. I have an FBA prospect client. He has a sample product and he wants to know the estimated sale of that product up. Estimated sales of product after 6 months. What's your formula for getting that estimate? I think for you, the question you've got to ask is go find a comparable product on Amazon, and then you would say that that would be your goal to hit that in 6 months. So that would be the goal, and then all you do is just work backwards. So every month you're going to work up towards it. So like if it's 100 units a month that's selling, you go divide that by 6. You can look. You're going to make what 6 sales per month. I don't know if I can do the math right. 10 sales per month. Yeah. Every month you could do first month 10, second month 20, second month 30. Don't know. I don't think I've done that right. All the way up to like 100 sales a month over 6 months, for example. So yeah, go find a comparable product. That'd be your estimation. That's where you're trying to position at that sales rank, that position on that listing. That's how much it's selling. You can find that product. Go to jungle scale. Pardon me, and then find a comparable product at the right place in the market where you want to be on the listing. Go to Jungle Scout, type in that comparable product's sales rank and the category it's in, and obviously work out the number of sales. Super simple. I'll look it up. Fantastic, really good, and thanks. Hey, thanks for joining. Really good. Loving it says when we have FBA returns, shipping address undeliverable, or customer returns item sellable editions, how can we know if these items are being added back to inventory? Well, interesting enough, whenever a customer returns an item, immediately, the moment they say click return, they get the money back. They then get 30 days to return it to us. And like a lot of the time, it might not actually get returned, and Amazon doesn't reverse you all the time. So we use a tool called Seller Toolkit. Just do, I'll drop it down below, www.fasttrackfba.com/STK. I'll drop it down below, right there. There we go, just STK. I think that's the right one. And what does it do? It will just check. It will just kind of check in your inventory and then check out, and then just spot any discrepancies where Amazon's not paid it. And what will it do? It will notify you after 30 days. So then it will just give you a copy and paste, create a case, share this, done. And then obviously you'll get the reimbursement. So it's really helpful. There's like a 14-day free trial there, and that service isn't only extra; it's a repricer as well and a profit and loss software. I really like it. So use it all the time. Check it out. I think you're really gonna like it. But it does that exact problem, and it's like they don't take a percentage fee of like the items. A lot of these ones are like, whatever we claim back, we'll take 7% off. We're like, no. So these guys don't. They just are really good. So next question. Hi, Tom. Are you having huge delays with US warehouses checking in your shipments? No, I don't think we did. There are delays. It is slower than US. I will not deny that. It is slower than US, but I do think it takes it's not as fast. One thing we did have over the last couple of weeks is that our warehouse was not shipping the items because we hadn't actually paid the bills. My team were holding off to the end of the month to pay the bills. No idea why. And the invoice, obviously they didn't ship them, so they were like, hey, we're not going to send you stuff unless you pay our bill for the prep. I was like, oh, sorry. Now we're doing it every day, but that had a big impact on us, but now it's okay. So a little bit into answering your question, but not many. Blaine, by the way, let me know how big your delays are down below, and obviously I'll let you know if it's comparable to mine. Blaine says, how do you manage and monitor the buy box? Do you use software? Repricing software. That's it. Repricing software. It does it for you. It has rules. It'd be like match buy box, undercut buy box by 1p, blah, blah, lots of this stuff. So yeah, we use repricing software. We use Seller Toolkit. That one there, Seller Toolkit, is repricing software as well. I really like it. And it's simple. It has multiple rules, automations to change between rules, etc., etc. And we use software. 700 active SKUs. You've got to use it. Hope that makes sense, Blaine. Let me know in the comments down below. Lilith, thank you for answering our questions. Cool. Glad I can help you. Blaine has come back as well. Is there a way, to become eligible for the buy box if you currently are not? The buy box is like generally simplistic to do it. First things first, you've got to make sure you've got an Amazon professional selling account. That's like the £30, $30 one, maybe about $40. If you haven't got that, you can't win the buy box, period. Number two, it's a toss-up between price and FBA. Now, if you're FBA, you should be able to win the buy box pretty well. But if you're not, you're going to need to significantly undercut the price to win it. Now, if you are FBA and it's like you FBA and another FBA seller, and the other FBA seller's got like 10,000 reviews and you've got like 2 or like none, that's going to be more of a challenge. What do you need to do then? You're probably going to need to reduce your price and you're going to need to get some reviews. And it's maybe not so much about reviews, it's about internal Amazon seller metrics. Why? What they're doing is they're trying to help you out understand, like, they're trying to understand who you are as a seller and like when they sell your product, does the customer complain? So that's it really. But long story short, you need to basically get Prime professional selling account, then do Amazon FBA, and then cheapest price. Get that, you should be there. There are some other metrics, but if you could do that, you're pretty much going to be fine. And if you're still not winning the buy box, keep bringing your price down until you do. You will win the buy box at some point. I promise you that. So that's the repricing software and the reclaim software we use. Check it out. I really like it. Cozy says, hey, thanks so much for answering my questions. As far as needing a website, what do you tell a website maker that you want them to make if you're brand new? I plan on hiring some Fiverr. Cool. Top tip for you is I just do this. Go get a Google Doc and like draw out the website. Like, what do you want along the header? What does it look like? What do you pictures? Kind of give them very good ideas. The more visual you can make it, great. It might be like you have like one couple of pages is like one Google Doc. You could do it like Canva, for example. But you just really want to give the designer a very visual guide of what you're after. And obviously, when you put it into the Google Doc or wherever it is, you need to have the text exactly what you want. So they're going to literally copy that text, put it onto the website. So it's like, be like, okay, so I want like a menu bar, I want a home bar, I want a about us, and I want a like contact us page. And then on the main page, I'm just going to have like, hey, we are Tom's resale company, and we help Amazon brands sell faster on I don't know, on Amazon, and we're going to put some like like a nice little graphic in there, and then we're going to like put some other stuff about like the 3-step process that we go through, how we do listing optimization, maybe do a nice listing in there. And then we'll have like a contact us page, a link to the contact us page. Want to know more? Click here and contact us. That'll go to the contact page. Welcome to us. There's and then about us, our address. Nice footer, easy peasy, done. That would be it really. So just really map that out in Google Docs, and then once you're like, yeah, I really understand that's exactly what I want, give it to your designer. And then simple. And obviously in Fiverr, what you can do is you can share the Google Doc to start with and ask for quotes. So I hope that helps. Right, so commercializado. No, you can't do it. If an ASIN with a huge sales does not allow me to sell, but other ASINs with exactly the same product allow me to sell, but they don't have any sales, does that mean I will not have good sales? Well, yeah, so like I hate to say it, you can have 2 listings, i.e. like one is a wallet and the other one is exactly the same wallet, but they have different, they're exactly the same product, exactly the same everything. It's duplicate listings. It's technically against Amazon terms of service, but what they do is Amazon will just merge them eventually. But you might be able to sell on one, but not on the other because one's gated or something's going on. Long story short is, yeah, you're going to have to just kind of, you're going to have to just buy, either get ungated in the good selling one, or you're going to have to try and improve the sales rank of the other one, which I don't think will probably happen. So long story short is I would always try and get on the faster selling one. Why? Because in the day we talk about 3 core numbers. Profit, ROI, or margin, doesn't really matter. It's your choice. And the other one, sales. Why? Because it doesn't matter how much profit and margin you're going to make. If the product never sells, it's pointless. You don't actually make that profit margin. It only makes that profit and ROI when you sell it and the volume of sales. So just be very mindful of that. So I hope that's helpful. Jas has said, thank you. And Veronica has said, approximately how long does it take for a beginner to have the first sale after listing a product? My God, you could do it today. Like you might just want to like go into the listing and manually bring your price down till you hit the buy box. Top tip: load up the website of your product, of course. Load it up into incognito browser. Don't load it up normally. Why? Because if you load it up normally, Amazon's going to show you that you're winning the buy box. It detects you are a seller and you are that seller, and it'll probably show you that you win the buy box. But if you are loading in incognito, you can't detect that you're logged in, and as a result, it will show you the true who owns the buy box. Obviously, make sure you put the postcode correct. Now, if you just bring that price down, wait 15 minutes or 20 minutes, and then refresh that page, that should hopefully help you. And if you just keep bringing the price down, you eventually get the buy box. And then obviously after a little while, depending on the product you bought, and how quick it's selling, you'll make a first sale. That's it. Super simple. Hope that answers your questions. Let me know down below. Loving it to come back. Do you recommend to create a new listing for a toy? I found a good deal on a popular toy brand. Well, I'm assuming, given the fact that there's a popular toy brand, their listing already exists. So the short answer would be no, because that's against terms of service. But if no listing exists for that toy brand already, cool, yeah, do it. No problem. I think that would be really helpful for you, and that will help you out. So yeah, create a new listing if it doesn't already exist, but don't do it if it already exists. I hope that makes sense. Join the existing one. Yeah, guys, that's all. Oh no, we've got one here. Veronica said, "Thank you so much." Wow, I've got through all the questions really fast. I won't lie, I'm a little bit tired. I'm like, I'm literally going to fall asleep after this. I know, I'm so bad. But if you guys got questions, do drop them down below. I'm here. I've got an hour to help you. I'm drinking my coffee, which are barely keeping me alive. But do let me know, like, if you've got questions, drop them down below. Like, anything I can help you with. I think, like, in my business right now, what are we doing? If I can give you an update. So UK is going well. We're doing internal hiring for promotion of new assistants. And then the USA, I think we had our best revenue ever last week. So I'm really happy with that. And spend okay, so we're good there. And then Germany is on hold for a while because it's just about manpower. Like, we need to hire more. So that's something that we're really trying to work on. So that's really much it. Tom Mullen has come in. Tips for finding wholesalers. Don't go and just type in wholesaler. Look for brands, specific brands. Generally, brand, unique product search. Find a product on Amazon that you want to sell. Find that wholesaler. Find the ASIN. Find the manufacturer part number. Search for that product. Like, let's say, for example, here we go. H2O water. Brand is going to be H2O or BioLife. Sorry, BioLive. This is somewhere. It's actually OXO, but pretend. So that's the brand. So what I'm probably going to do is I'm going to take the barcode for the product that I like, and I found it, and it's a good selling product, and I know the price that I want to sell it for. I'm going to search that barcode, and I'm going to use the word wholesaler, distributor, in the Google, and I'm going to try and find them. Then once I've found all of them, I'll add that to a list, and then what I'll probably do is take the name of the product. I'll search that again with the word wholesaler and distributor in them. I'll probably then take the image, eventually get the generic image, and then search that and look for wholesalers and distributors. And then finally, what I will do is add that to the list. And then finally, what I'll do is I'll probably type the name of the brand in. This is actually BioLive, for example. And then I will probably search for all the brand or all the distributors and wholesalers for that brand. And then I've got a big long list of wholesalers and distributors. And then I'll just go up to them, contact them all, and say, hey guys, I want to buy, like, I don't know, 5,000 cases of this water. I'm looking for a target price of like £10 per case. Can you tell me can you tell me your best price on that product, please? And that's it, really. So that's what I'd be looking at. So to find them, I'd find a product first and reverse source it. I think that's the easiest way. And the reason is when you go speak to your supplier or you find the new wholesaler, you're already initiating the conversation. If they can meet what you want, you're going to buy. That's it. You're going to buy, and I think that's a really valuable point. So don't just go and say, hey guys, are you a wholesaler? Can I open an account, please? And let's go through the list. Be like, even if they come back, you can go, I want to buy this product. How much, can you give me your best price? And even if they come back and say, hey, we don't even sell it, you can say, okay, that's cool. Quick question for you. Do you sell any other, what else do you sell? Like, there's a couple of other brands we're looking for right now. Is there anything I need to know? You've got them talking and they know you're serious because you've asked a good question. So I think that helps. We've done wholesalers that way, even on credit terms. So, Tom, I hope that makes sense. Let me know in the comments down below. That's been helpful. So I'm not going to try, sorry. Do you consider that it's better to create a new listing instead of matching my product to an ASIN that does not sell? Will I have sales if it's a new listing? No. You can. It's like creating like a web page. I'm going to create Tom's fancy web pages on water while sat in Mexico on his seat.com. Like anyone can create a web page. It doesn't mean anyone's going to view it. Anyone can create a listing. It doesn't mean anyone's going to view it. It's your job to drive views through it. How do you do that? Well, you use PPC, pay per click. Generally speaking, Amazon's getting more and more strict by it. So if there is an existing listing already for the product you are trying to sell and it is an exact match of what you're selling, you should be using that listing. Do not create a new listing. It's against terms of service and it doesn't really benefit you. There is no like, I'm not going to go into it. You're going to still have to drive traffic to it to get sales. I hope that makes sense. Oh my God. Sneezing, yawning, dying. Get some sleep. So I hope that's all the questions, guys. I've answered all your questions. Let me know if there's anything else I can answer. I'm finishing. I'm pretty early today. I've got to definitely need some coffee. But yeah, let me know if there's like anything else I can answer for you. In my businesses, I talked about them. So we're really just doing like Amazon UK. That's really booming. Like, if I kind of give you an idea, Q4 right now, we're going into Q4. We're in Q4. Sorry, we're coming into the peak season. The peak part is like middle of November through to the late December. One top tip for you: Amazon doesn't stop in January. Doesn't stop, and so just be aware that anything you buy kind of mid-December onwards, you got to make sure it still sells in January. Like I use the example advent calendars. Advent calendars you buy in mid-December, you want to probably get them sold in December because they probably don't sell in January. And I say that loosely because they do actually sell in January, but like there are going to be a lot of products that just go whoom, like Christmas tree decorations. They still sell, but like not the same volume. So just be mindful of that. So Tom's come back. That's great. I'm currently making sales every day now. But how do I scale this business faster? This business is super simple. Like I really love this business because it's so simple. Buy stock, sell stock. That's it. Buy stock, sell stock. Buy. What do we do? Like the business model is so simple. You have money in the bank. You convert that money. You give that money to suppliers who convert that money into stock. What do? You then ship that stock eventually to Amazon's warehouses and it goes on sale and you wait for it to sell. And then once it's sold, it goes to the bank. That's it. Just going around. So it should be like, so I get it right. Bank, supplier, prep center, Amazon, bank, supplier, prep center, or warehouse, or your house, Amazon. And if you think of just those 4 locations, like whether all your assets are in any one point, so they're in the Amazon holding or the bank, or they're in the supplier, or they're in the prep center. And all you're trying to do is you're trying to do 2 things. Well, all you're trying to do is speed up that process and try and maximize the amount of output you can get. And there's a balance. There's a balance. You can go super slow around that process and obviously maintain a really high margin, so more profits, or you can go super fast around it, do a slower margin but more volume. A lot of wholesalers will do more volume, so that's something to think about. But just that, and then the other one is like, if you think about it, it's asset value. So how much stock do I have in Amazon? How much cash do I have in the bank? You can add up the dollar signs. Well, if you just get a loan, just throw more into the bank, you can build a bigger. You can just put more money in the circle. That's it. I hope that makes sense, Tom. I'm trying to really simplify it. And I think that's a really simplistic concept. That's all you do. More money, do it faster, or higher margins. That's it. You can do a combination of both. Veronica said, if a product individually cannot be sold, but I decide to create another listing with a bundle containing this forbidden product plus another product, can I sell that without? No. But we can, yeah, of course you can. You can do it. Does it mean you're not going to get an IP complaint? Highly unlikely. Highly unlikely. Like when people look for IP complaints, like if you want to know, what's it called? In Amazon Brand Manager, brand registry. So when you register a brand, so let's say for example, like I don't know, like Lego. Lego might be it's not, but it could be like a brand that's registered. The idea is that when anyone creates a listing, it will show up in their Amazon Seller Essentials. It's even like if anyone includes the word Lego in their title, description, even in their back of house keywords, it will show up in brand registry, and they can obviously go in and look at your listing and then go, no, sorry, use my brand, IP complaint. So long story short is, I know what you're trying to do. The answer is no, I wouldn't do it. If you can't sell it, don't sell it. It's IP. It's not worth it. It's not worth your account. Tom has said, would you recommend any software to help with product sourcing? Currently using Jungle Scout for wholesale products. Any others? I don't use any software. Like we use VAs, and we're going to start doing wholesale next year. Something we're looking at. But I do think like a couple of things you can look at, like some people do like tactical arbitrage, source mogul. Probably. Oh my god! If you're getting a wholesale list, Scan Unlimited, people use. I know like Amazon Lit use that. To scan through lists. That's about it, really. I don't really like know much more than that, but I think that will be helpful for you. So, yeah, I think that's the only software I can do or talk about. They all kind of like do it. So they all kind of scan lists, for example. Yeah, I think they all do, and that will help you out. So that's all I can really recommend. Right, guys, any other final questions, do let me know in the comments down below. Otherwise, I'm going to finish it there. Hopefully, normally I'd be really up for like just long talking, chatting away. But unfortunately today, I'm not gonna lie, I had the worst night's sleep, only because I was in the back of a car coming back from Acapulco. So I'm really sorry about that. But today I'm super tired and I do need to sleep. So any final questions, please ask me, and then I'm going to finish. So Veronica says, how can I know the product has a brand restriction? Well, if you're talking about brand restriction, that's the same as gating. So you won't be able to get the I'm eligible to sell it. Like eligible to sell will be no. But that's brand restriction is gated, same thing. The gated has 3 types: brand restriction, category restriction, and ASIN or product level description. So brand is obviously you can't sell the entire brand, it needs to be ungated, like Apple, for example. Category is that you can't sell anything in that category, i.e. toys and games. And then finally, ASIN level or product restriction is that one product. You can sell everything else, just that one product you can't. I know we've seen them a few times. There's 3 levels that we see with Amazon. Now, the other one that you might be talking about, based on your previous questions, is about IP restrictions, IP complaints. Well, you can sell the product, but it doesn't mean you won't get an IP complaint. So, long story short, is you should be looking at like the FBA brand checker and checking those brands off, and we use like SAS as well, and that helps identify. So really just be careful looking for other people selling the products on the listing. If there's no sellers on the listing, you've got to be super careful. Like I'd be checking that. Most of the time, there's a lot of other sellers, you should be fine. Hope that makes sense. Loving It says, what is your main product category? What do you think about clothing due to high return rates? I don't know. We don't do much clothing. I know that from just the analytics on the inventory report. Main product category, I don't know. I really don't know. I don't really go into product categories. We just buy whatever makes money. That's it. If it makes money, I'm happy. Yeah, super simple. I don't know the main product category. Sorry, I don't. Not even for the UK, but US. We've done some videos on them, and my team do like analytics behind what categories we're doing. And I think it's the usual, like health and beauty, toys and games, etc. Like it's all the main ones. They're good sellers. Right. That is it, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to finish it there a little bit early, 5 minutes, but thank you so much for everyone joining. It's been a real pleasure. And thank you so much for all the questions. If you do want to come join me back next week, I'll obviously be a lot more well rested and be able to support you. But do come join. And if you've got any other questions, let me know. Obviously, we can do it. And also join the Facebook groups. But for me, Thomas Parkinson and Fast Track FBA, thank you so much for joining and keep smashing your business. Take care. Bye-bye.